Ohayo gozaimasu, minasan. This is Kennedy, and I'm your host of the Tomica Podcast Edition, episode number 9. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Well, just a few days ago, I guess you could say the famous collection, the special original Tomica, what are you going to call it? Magazines or special editions have been released as of May 30th. So I think a lot of people may be wondering, what is this all about? Well, mine came in on the day of release. So, yeah, that's how fast Japan is. Well, maybe not the same day, maybe the day after. But yeah, I received it from Amazon Japan. That's how quick they are. And let's go ahead and I'll show you a video. Okay, so here is the box. The box of this Tomica collection. And it comes with a Nissan Fairlady Z 432. So this is the first release of the special edition. What Tomica plans to do is pretty much release these vehicles. You can see here in magazine format, but it's like a box. So the magazine's attached to the front of the box. And you can see here the contents of it. It's a short magazine, and you could just see the timeline of these Tomica releases, and then you have the dates of the releases, and the order of how it's going to be released. So you can actually just go to Amazon Japan or even on the Tomica website for that. But there's the first 20. I believe there's over 60 that are going to be released. You got the legendary cars, Tomicapedia, and here are the first releases. The second one will be coming out, the Subaru 360, later in the month. Toyota 2000 GT, followed by the Daihatsu Midget, the Isuzu Bonnet Bus. And the first one is 990 yen, but after that, it's going to be 1969 yen for the first 6, and then the rest will be like 1999 yen. So yes, you definitely want to get these. I can't say that there are a lot of people going to get them because the price is a little higher than your usual Tomica. But for those of you who want to collect these classic cars that Tomica releases, this is the way to go. And this is just a really, really awesome set. And there's a article blurb on the Fairlady Z, and the coming soon of the Subaru 360. So every 2 weeks these are going to be released. So it comes in this like cardboard box. When you take the box out of this when you take the contents out of the inner box, this is what you get, the Tomica thing there. There you go. This is the vehicle right here. So you get to see the Tomica using the mold from 2009 of the Fairlady Z 432. 1/60 scale. Die-cast metal bottom. I like that. Doors open. Has a gray look, so it's not colored like previous cars in the past. But yeah, there it goes right there. So they're making this look as like somewhat something that was just released in the 70s. The way it looks, really nice. Okay, so the Nissan Fairlady Z. This is the first release right here. It cost 180 yen. Back in 1970, and it was number 6. The box had a orange car in the front of the Z432, but the actual vehicle was actually white. It had the red interior, similar to the one that's being released with this set. So it just uses the more recent mold, but the next one would be the Tomica 44, and this one was a patrol car. And yeah, this was released back in 1971. Let's see if I can get to the next. Here we go. And then in 2000, you got the 30th anniversary release with the orange car. And then you got 2010, the 40th anniversary release of the Fairlady Z 432. Looks like they made it an orange and then a red one. And then 2020, for the 50th anniversary, they released it in orange with the chrome trim right here. Yeah, this was 2020. So this is, I'm not sure if many of you were able to pick it up. But pretty much, there was a 2019 release with the 50th anniversary of the Fairlady Z, and it was they released, actually there was 3 vehicles in there, which was a Z34 Nismo and a Fairlady Z 50th anniversary Z34. But you can get that the 432 in yellow. So what you're seeing in this set is the gray one, which is pretty much it's quite awesome. Let me bring up that photo again. Actually, I'll just do the still of this video, but right here, I think this is really, really awesome. Some people may think of it as a plain looking Fairlady Z because it's just gray, but the details there. The red, the original classic red interior is still there. The doors open, which is the gimmick, and of course it has suspension like all Tomica sets do. But my goodness, I actually wanted to get this version. I know they had the yellows, the orange, the red, and the white, but I really like this gray right here. And it's good introductory for these Tomica collections, because they are definitely a set I'm probably going to start picking up every release. So again, it's a little pricey because usually you can get a vehicle for about 500 yen, right? Well, this one you get a magazine included, so 900, and geez, the price for it is like USD about $7. It's well worth the price. Just think of it as a magazine and the car. But then, of course, after that, then yes, it becomes a little expensive at what do you call it? At 2,000 yen, which is about close to $17 our price here. But yeah, I think these sets are going to be really awesome, and I don't know how many people will be able to get these, because since it's like a magazine type of format, and bookstores or like Amazon would be selling them, I would, especially the size of the boxes and everything, you would imagine that the print run is much lower than your standard Tomica release. So, and once these are released, I don't think this one's going to come back again. Usually, yes, the Fairlady Z will come back again every 10 years. They've been doing a 30th and a 40th and 50th anniversary, and no doubt that the next one will be in 2030. So, yeah, if you want to get one, if you want a Fairlady Z and you want a good collectible, this is definitely a set worth getting, and all the other ones as well. So I look forward to the second one. But yeah, this is a good way to get those classic Tomicas. Yeah, their plan is to pretty much, showcase these Tomica releases from the 50th year anniversary, or the 60th year anniversary, I'm sorry, of Tomica. So you're going to see these cars from various decades being re-released, and this is a good way to collect them. I mean, just look at just the plans of what's coming out in the next let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's about the next 3 months. So just remember, though, this is the May 30th release, and there will be 2 Junes. So definitely pre-order while you can, while it's cheap. Just remember, though, that because if you buy this with other things, let's say that you plan to buy other Tomica or Hot Wheels or something along with this, you will be, because these are released on a certain date, and you probably might get your other shipment earlier. Amazon Japan will tack on another shipping fee. Not much. It's part of what's included in your original fee, but the thing is that if you see another bill for this, like $7 or so, that's because of this. But yeah, it's definitely worth it if you are a Tomica collector. Check it out. Okay, story time. So, my first vehicle that I drove and that my parents bought me was a used Nissan. Well, not a Nissan. It was a Datsun 280 ZX. And this is pretty much the U.S. branded version, I guess you could say, of the Fairlady Z. And it was white. It had this red interior throughout the from the just everything, the panels, the chairs, the rear interior. By the way, this is not my photo. This photo was taken from mecum.com. I think it's a vehicle site, but this is how my car actually looked like. Similar, had the sunroofs, windows you could remove, had these little black spoilers to the back. But this is going to be an interesting story. Okay, first, there is a anime series called One Gun Midnight about a person who drives a cursed Nissan Fairlady Z, a Z31 in blue. And, he drove a red one. Actually, the One Gun Midnight one is a blue one, which is I think it was a Z30, right? S30? Yes. A Nissan Fairlady Z S30. And pretty much the storyline is that the vehicle, previous drivers have died in it, and it's a cursed car. But the main character of Asakura Akio, he's somehow found a bond with it. He loves street racing, but he wants to pretty much he's addicted to trying to figure out how to drive this vehicle, which is kind of wild and has its mind of its own somewhat. It's called the Devil Z because it has gotten so many accidents, and there's a live action movie for it as well. Interesting enough, a lot of this stuff you can find on YouTube, even the series. But going to my story here. Oh wait, by the way, that One Gun Midnight, the Z30, the Nissan Fairlady Z, is also available as a Tomica Unlimited Premium. So if you are definitely wanting to get that car, you could get that blue one. But anyway, going back to mine, the Datsun that I drove. The reason why I bring up the One Gun Midnight was because this white car that my first vehicle was pretty much cursed. Nothing but bad luck. I've never had an experience where a car. Okay, here's some examples. When I was a teenager at the time, and I remember I had my sister right on the top of the car. Sat her there. She was a child, and she slid like a slide down the slopes, and unfortunately the license plate was right there in the center, and of course the corners create a scar on her legs, and I think it was permanent pretty much. It was pretty bad. It was one of the first things I said, what the hell, how did that happen? And I said, okay, it was probably just waxed or something. I don't know. And it was just, I just remembered that as one of the first things that, whoa, what happened there. The second time, though, was probably the biggest one. And I was driving the car to college. And fortunately, the junior college actually that I went to had fields right across from it. Well, while I was driving it, the gas pedal stuck. I could not release it. It was just stuck, floored. And right in an incoming traffic was a big rig. And I had to really slam my brakes, pretty much trying to avoid that incoming big rig, and I ended up driving through a cornfield. And that was the second time I was like, how in the heck could this happen with this car? What the hell is going on? What is it? There's something wrong, like, is the gas pedal just getting stuck? And, I said to myself, maybe it got caught in the carpet, something happened, and I'm like, oh, but you know what? There's something about the vehicle that just didn't seem right. And I told my dad, my parents, I didn't want to drive it anymore. In fact, because my brother, who was also getting his license, needed a car, they decided, you know what? We'll give your brother, your younger brother, your current car, the Datsun 280ZX, and you'll take over the truck. And the truck, became my surf mobile, where I would put my surfboards, friends' surfboards, and everything, before I went surfing. And it was all good. But then my brother had an incident where he was going to work, and he was also taking my girlfriend at the time to work because I was busy with classes. And the car, something happened underneath where they spun like 360. Fortunately, there was no cars that were hit, but the car just started spinning, and the rear axle just broke in half. That was the third one. And my brother after that said, you know what, screw this car, I think it's cursed. And he went and got himself a Mitsubishi at the time, and the car just sat, and it became my property. It just sat in the driveway. And I think later on, my friends from Japan who were attending the college that I went to, this is now in Fresno State, two of them came to live with me, and each person then, became the, I sold the car to them. And then that person sold the car to his girlfriend, who also lived with us when he left back to Japan. And she was the last one to drive it. And I think we sold it for like $1,700 to her. And then she went back to Japan, and so now the car was back in our property. And then pretty much then my girlfriend at the time, who became my wife, she would drive this vehicle, and it would have a lot of issues, oil issues or whatever, just no matter how many repairs. But in the end, what happened is, I think it's around 2003 or 2006. I'm not sure. Between there. Um, I guess a few people were doing work around the house, and as we were doing some renovations, and they were just like, "Wow, I love your car. It's a classic. It's a classic." And my father's like, this car has caused nothing but trouble for you guys. Why don't you sell it? Just sell it, and maybe he'll give you a good deal on your renovations. And so we said, okay. They were doing the roofing and everything, and I ended up selling it for $150. And in hindsight, I don't know. Do I miss the car? Absolutely not. But the thing is that it caused us a lot. It was an expensive thing for many generations, not generations, but many people who owned it after me. For myself and then people after. It was as cool as the car was. It was a car that gave us a lot of headaches because of the problems, but also the unusual situations that happened with it. It's a really nice vehicle, and the red interior, I just found that very interesting. So, while my experience with the Fairlady or the Datsun 200AZX was not the best, it was definitely something that I will remember for the rest of my life. But the thing is that, at least with the Tomica version, I do like it. I do like the car, and I will buy. I will continue to buy them, despite my unpleasant situation with them. But this first vehicle for Tomica is really nice. It's I like it gray, and it also has that red interior. And interesting enough, the 280ZX was very popular. I mean, super popular. That it was Motor Trend's import car of the year back in 1979, and there was a sales rating of like 86,007 units that were sold in its first year, and the car was even featured on Madonna's Borderline music video at the time. I just remembered, but mine was I was just in high school. It was my first vehicle, and I'll always have memories of that. So, I just, when I think about it, when I hear Fairlady, and of course it's, you think about Nissan Fairladies. For me, I'll always remember that Datsun brand, and that Datsun name, and it'll always be a car that I will remember. So that is my story and my connection to the Fairlady Z. Okay, so what other Tomicas did I receive? Well, I got this Dream Tomica with Doraemon 158 with the Doraemon bus, and this one is actually based on an actual real bus. I am a big fan of Doraemon. Love the manga series, and I've been to the museum. I've been to exhibits featuring Doraemon, and for those who aren't familiar with it, it's about Doraemon's from the future. He's a cat, very intelligent, scientific, but he comes to the present to help a boy who is pretty much he's a nerdy kid, Nobita, but he's also a kid that's trying to impress his friends all the time. So every time Doraemon comes with a positive scientific, some innovation, Nobita tends to use it, try to get popular with his friends, and it kind of backfires. But this is the Dream Tomica 158 featuring the Doraemon. So it's a wrapping bus, what they call it, and I don't think it was that expensive, but I was very happy because on Amazon Japan, it was sold out for a very long time, and I was able to pick it up for a regular price. So that was a plus. Okay, the next one I was able to get was this Tomica Special Edition of Samurai Blue. JFA's Dream. It's a bus. And for those of you who are not familiar with Samurai Blue, it's a term that's used for the Japanese national soccer team. So whenever you watch the World Cup or something like that, you'll always hear the word Samurai Blue being utilized. But here it's a little dark, but this is the vehicle right there. Okay, the next one that I picked up was a Toyota Auto Body Comms Tomica number 38. So this one is I've been wanting it. It's because it's a vehicle I've seen, but a 7-Eleven one actually. It's in green, and they do have a 7-Eleven version that was released, but that one was way too expensive, and I do needed a Toyota Auto Body Comms in my collection, and a number 38. So I went ahead and picked this one up. It was a little slightly expensive because it's an older vehicle, but well, not an older vehicle, but somewhat older release within the last few years. But yeah, it's an EV vehicle that I've seen in Japan, again 7-Eleven. So here is another one. Oops, here's the Tomica 164 Dream Tomica. This is the Mario Kart 8 Mario. This one you have to buy in pairs. So if you go to Amazon Japan, and if you want it, you got to get 2 of them. But it's not too expensive. But I did want a Mario Kart, a Mario Tomica. So this is what I got. I know that in America there's Hot Wheels versions of the Mario releases. But yeah, I wanted the Tomica version. And here's another one I wanted. It is a Tomica 77, the Hino Profia Nippon Express truck. I have an N-Gauge version of this truck, but I do not have a Tomica version. And I wanted it, but the problem is that anything that has to do with these trucks, maybe K-trucks or whatever, they always sell out or they're very expensive. And this one, it kept on going at 1,500 yen. And I didn't know if I want to spend about 12 USD or so, but I figured, you know what, I saw it on someone selling it for a little lower, I think about 1,200 yen, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get it now. So got it, Tomica 77, and really good, happy to get this vehicle. So next up, okay, so I got the Honda FU655 Lucky. This one just came out. This is the Tomica 115. This one comes with a character, like one of those clear people. And this one's looks like a farmer holding, or someone working landscape holding the lawnmower. But yeah, this is scale 1/28, and when I first bought it, I got it as a blister, but I was shocked that I bought the blister version. I want a box version, so I went ahead and ordered it again as a box version. So, but yeah, just kind of stoked that I got the box version. Okay, next up is a Nissan Fairlady Z Nismo GT500. Yes, another Fairlady Z. But this one is a Nismo version, GT500. And the reason I got this, Tomica 13, by the way, box version. The reason why I got this is that there was another GT500 that I thought was the same thing, but it's totally different. And I got it in blister, and it wasn't available in box. So I decided to get this Nismo GT500 as part of my collection. So has suspension and everything, and it's all good. Happy to get it. So next up is, I'm trying to see if I can get my limited, but I picked up a Hot Wheels Nissan Silvia S13. Again, you can order a lot of Hot Wheels, a lot of the Silvias and Skylines and the RX-7s, pretty cheap on Amazon Japan. Okay, and I got the latest Tomica Premium, the Pontiac Firebird. I'm usually not into American cars, but I do like Tomica Premiums, so I went ahead and got it. Number 21, black with gold. Gotta love it. I don't think I have a Pontiac Firebird of vehicle at all, so I figured, yeah, what the heck, let's pick it up. So that's number 21 in the Tomica Premium collection. Okay, let's check out the Yodobashi rankings for Tomica. And right now at number 1, which is really interesting because it was released quite a while ago, is the Tomica Premium Unlimited 7 Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine. Second place is the Tomica 11 Lamborghini Huracan STO box version in blue. Third place is the Tomica 119 Morita boom with 13 meter boom with multi-purpose firefighting pump car box version. Fourth place is the Hot Wheels Fast and Furious Toyota Land Cruiser FJ60. Interesting, because a lot of people I've been reading online for Hot Wheels saying, "Oh no, you can pass on it. These are peg warmers." But I've been noticing that a lot of people are really buying this Land Cruiser. It's a really good vehicle, really solid vehicle. Tad bit expensive for Hot Wheels at $650. It's not too expensive, I guess, for a premium, but it does add up. At fifth place is the Tomica Premium Unlimited 4 Wild Speed Dodge Charger. So let's see here. Number 6 is number 26 Toyota Crown in box version. Seventh place is the Tomica 14 Suzuki Jimny in green. And at 8th place we have the Toyota Alphard, the luxury van at number 12. Number 12 Tomica, but it's in 8th place. So that is pretty cool. Okay, now on to the big camera rankings for Tomica. In first place, we have the Dream Tomica Ghibli 7, My Neighbor Totoro, Tonari no Totoro tricycle. This one has been on the news, and I think a lot of people are really getting into the Ghibli stuff, so as expected. So they are a little bit more expensive at 1050 yen, but at number 2nd is the Kiki's Delivery Service. This is number 6 in that Dream Tomica Ghibli series. You can say Ghibli. I tend to say Ghibli. Third place is the Tomica Premium number 5 Lamborghini Murcielago. So this one looks like a pre-order. Fourth place is the number 47 EQS by Mercedes EQ. Another pre-order. We got the Nissan Sakura. 5th place, also pre-order. 6 is another pre-order. Number 5, Lamborghini Murcielago, but this one is in like a little, I think like goldish yellow or whatever you want to call it. 7th place is Mazda CX-60 box version, Tomica number 6. 8th place is the Tomica Dream Tabeco Animal number 170. At number 9, we have the Tomica Premium Unlimited 12 Initial D RX7. This is going to be Takahashi Keisuke's release. So this one is a pre-release. So this one's going to sell pretty quickly. Anything Initial D, especially with Takahashi Keisuke. Going to be a very popular vehicle right there. Another Tabeco Aquarium 740. This one will be 748 yen, but this one is a Tomica Dream Tomica Special number 10. At 11, we got the number 109 Shimajiro Sea Park Shuttle Bus. At 12, we have the Tomica Premium 29, the Mazda Savannah RX-7. Another pre-release, and another pre-release with the Mickey right here, Dream Tomica 176, Disney Motors Dream Star 4 Mickey Mouse. At number 14, we got the Back to the Future DeLorean Is this another release? Because it's delivery after release date. It's like it's a pre-release, but I know that I have a DeLorean. Unless they are re-releasing it, a special version, I have no idea. I guess that's something we're going to have to look at. 15th, we have the 177 Disney Tomica Parade Cheshire Cat. At 16, we have the Wild Speed Tomica Premium Unlimited number 8, Skyline GTR. We got at 17, at number 6, the Mazda CX-60. At number 18, we have the number 47 EQS by Mercedes EQ. 19, we got a new set. This is the Zoo set for Tomica. And I love that panda right there. So yeah, it's going to be a really cool release. And we got the Rilakuma at number 20. So we got a lot of pre-releases coming out. A lot of good stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and check on Amazon Japan right now. So it looks like the pre-release is ready for the Takahashi Keisuke RX-7 Initial D. And this is a Tomica Premium Unlimited. Again, this one will sell quickly. Anything with the bros from Initial D, they tend to sell pretty fast. So this is actually a positive thing. So more than likely we'll see more Initial D being released in the near future of other characters, hopefully. So this one is going to go for 955 yen. It's about $7, almost the same price as a premium for a Hot Wheels. So, yeah, this one is going to be red hot. The Mazda Savannah RX-7 is also on sale. Not on sale, available as a pre-order. This one comes out in August. I believe the other one, yeah, these are August releases. So this one is also on pre-order, 680 yen. So let's go to the cover. There we go. Oh, you gotta love that. Look at that right here. Okay. So the July releases of these Ghibli's 1320. My goodness, look at the cat from the cat bus of My Neighbor Totoro, the first one. That wasn't released too long ago. It's already 2,100 yen. Well, it was expensive to begin with, but yeah, this one comes out in July. Here's our number 6 of the Kiki's delivery service. That's about it's not even on sale. I mean, there's 29 options for people living in Japan, but a lot of these people do not sell outside of Japan. So this one's straight through Amazon for 1320. Here is a pre-order for July release of the Lamborghini Murcielago for 935 yen. There you go, right there. And here is that Tomica Zoo going for 2,200 yen. Looks like that's going to be the base price for these sets. This is for the August set, and you get this. For me, I think it's really cool that you get these. I think it's an alligator, and you get a Suzuki Jimny in orange. I guess a little statue for the zoo, and then the Tomica. It looks like a panda. So I think that's pretty cool. I did not pick up the farming set, and I'm not sure if I will get the zoo set, but I do. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, if you want to get this set, go for it. I tend to like more of the. Well, this one does have 3 vehicles, but yeah, we'll see. Because you know, I like these trucks. Look at the Quan. It's a UD truck right there. And of course you got the Tabeco, which is not on sale right now. But yeah, quite a few things available for pre-order for the July and August releases. So check those out while you still can. Okay, so the next topic, the main topic we're going to talk about in this episode are JDM and what YouTube channels that I recommend that are in English and that people from all from everywhere can definitely watch and enjoy. So I'm going to start off with Eliminate. So it's one of the more popular ones. It's been around for quite a good number of years, and it's hosted by Randy and his friends. And what I like about this one is that it shows a lot of the racing scene in different countries. And Eliminate has grown so big that they travel internationally. They're showcasing stuff in Australia, but a lot of stuff you'll see in Japan, and I think he went to Dubai. There's just so many videos out there. There's actually a lot of car YouTubers out there, but focusing on JDM, one of my favorite ones is Eliminate, because he tends to go to Japan a lot, frequently. And right now, he actually, he went on the car auction, Japanese car auctions, a great place to get, Japanese cars, especially really cheap, if you bid on them. And the only thing though is that you'll have to find a place for someone to store it. But there's people who actually do that professionally in Japan. They could buy the car for you and then store it. But he bought a Liberty Walk Ferrari, and he's just really, he has videos show him traveling through Japan and utilizing the Ferrari. He can't, he's going to keep it in Japan, and that's why he tends to go back a lot. And you could tell he and his friends really love visiting Japan. Before it's just a few times, but now he's just going there frequently, and it just shows you the love that he has. And it won't be surprising to me if he ever moves there, because he's enjoying it so much. So that's Eliminate. So let's look at a little video from Eliminate.
Here's my damage.
What's your head? Get this thing up there.
My bad, Coda.
No, all good. What's it just?
Matsuri is officially over for me. We blew a diff, and this thing actually looks like a freaking drift missile now. A little bummed, but also at the same time I don't really care, because I bought this to just drive. So you know what, we're ending it. Back at home we would say it's Modelo time. Cheers. Another successful Matsuri with friends. Everybody is loading up. I'm drained. If you guys...
Okay, the next one that I'm going to recommend is Josh and his channel EOT. Josh is from California but lives now in Japan with his wife. Both of them have YouTube channels, and they are big fans of JDM. He owned a lot of cars in Japan, and he sells them on his Instagram page at Baron's Garage. He imported a lot, got them from the auctions, and he fixes them and resells them, and he's done pretty well. And now they live in Japan, and it's just been very awesome to watch his channel, to see him and his wife and his two kids just pretty much just enjoying life in Japan and just doing things that they love. And This one here, he tends to do, he does drifting. He also does a lot of racing, but let's go ahead and check out a video with Josh, and you can see how his channel is.
I don't think you're supposed to be in the back of places. Hot Wheels, dang it. Stop. Stop it. Hold on.
Okay, babe, you know what?
Hold on. Dang. You don't realize you're a Hot Wheels nerd until you look and you have almost all of them. Let's see. Anything I don't have.
These are Matchbox. Sold in Japan, Matchbox.
Only in Japan?
Nihon, we have to buy it. Matchbox that hasn't been sold in Japan yet.
Oh, these are sick. Okay. There's too many. What do I do? What do I do?
Advan,
I don't have the HK. Oh, I think I do.
Liberty Walk.
I don't even know what I have anymore. I just like buy it and tuck it away.
Look at how good this
Yeah, that's
is.
pretty dope.
Very
I
nice.
have
Yeah,
those.
but you have these?
Yeah, I have that. I think I have everything. Yeah, I have all this. Idle House?
Sunny truck.
Oh, the Sunny truck. I've been wanting that thing. Oh, the Rocket Bunny FC. Oh, it's so taxed. $20 for one Hot Wheel. Crazy. I can't spend $20 on one Hot Wheel.
Oh my gosh, babe.
I can't do
You're
it.
not going to find it anywhere else.
Alright. I'm sure there's more Hot Wheels boots. We'll come back to this. Dang, I wonder if this comes with a visor. This is sick. I just want it. I already got Moon Eyes gloves, but should I get another pair? These are cool too.
I kind of
Just to let you know, they're at a event
Well, look at
that was
these
held
out,
in Odaiba.
These are sick.
Popular car event that
Like
Moon Eyes
old
does,
school
and
style.
they were there.
Dang.
I like it.
They're jumpers. I kind of want one.
I kind of want
The gray is sick. Let's get them. It's getting better and better. More Hot Wheels. Dang it. Dang, legit. These are all stolen.
It's really cool. I love his channel. And this one is Josh's wife, Leah, who pretty much rides an R34 Skyline and an EK9 Civic Type R. And by the way, I think I said they're from California. I'm not sure if they're from California or Arizona, but one of those places. But yeah, it's pretty cool because she enjoys driving as well. So here is her vehicle. She's always with Josh, maybe filming or just, with them. They do everything together as a family, which is a plus.
Guys,
So I like that.
This is my car.
And she speaks
today.
Japanese
Josh
too.
is
So
34.
she
Forget
lived in
my
Japan.
Hello.
So she
What a
helps them a
beauty.
lot with translations.
What
But
a beauty.
this is her
We're
car.
on a mission today. I was supposed to hang out with my girlfriend all day, but Josh left his wallet in one of his friend's cars last night. So my mission for today is I have to go retrieve that wallet because Josh is busy editing all day. So I thought, why not make it into a girls' day cruise kind of day with my girlfriend. She's never been in this car. I don't think she knows much about cars in general. I just thought, maybe I'll pick her up in this car, surprise her. I haven't told her anything. We'll see where the day goes. Our friend is at a circuit close by from our house, so I'm just gonna go there.
And one thing I like of it is that she and for Josh and Kota to see both their wives also getting into cars and getting involved with the fixing up the car and also racing or drifting the car, which is a plus.
Oh yes, and also I need a cushion behind me. So like that. Like that. Then all the way front. If I don't do this, I can't drive, guys. Okay. Can I push it all the way in? I need to tip this forward more. This is another reason why I'm probably never gonna
So it's
have a
really
bucket
pretty
seat in my
interesting also,
34
to
because
see what kind of grid seats they have. If they're using Recaro or whatever, brand.
Much better. So now we go pick up my girlfriend.
And to see if they also buy it for both or they just do one seat at a time. They're very expensive. And also, I like to see what kind of seat belts they use and so forth. But that steering wheel. But she's a person that will go fast. I think this is the one where she's picking up the kids.
I'm sorry if it's bumpy. I don't know what everyone uses as a iPhone stand thingy for their
So she
car.
just got the
how they keep it
bridge
so
on the
smooth.
driver's side.
They probably don't have lower cars.
Same thing as
That's
with
big. But
Clipper's
also, like,
wife.
I think my stand is just not meant to be recording. If you can send me a link or comment a link of like what really
But
works
yeah, this is
for you guys.
Leah Chan. Check out her channel. But it's pretty cool. Also, it's just awesome that she also digs the skylines.
None of this.
Anyway, I'll let you check out her channel, but definitely check out Josh and her channel, especially Baron's Garage on Instagram, to see what vehicles they have for sale. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is Albo Media. Albo is a teacher. Well, he actually went to Japan as a teacher, like many people in America that they do, or North America, to teach English, and he loved it, and he stayed, and he's a filmmaker. And one of the things that I enjoy about Albo is, it helps that he's fluent in Japanese. Well, not completely fluent, but he gets by with his knowledge, and he communicates with a lot of these people that he interviews. He goes to a lot of car meets throughout Japan. He goes out with a lot of the YouTubers out to Japan. But one thing that I do like, and this is really cool, is that he also focuses on girls who are also, women who are also into JDM, and it's just very cool. So we're going to go ahead and take a video of Albo's channel.
まあ意外と綺麗にやってくるだね。
すごく綺麗に
実は
なる。
多分海外の洗車機より日本製のはめっちゃいい。そうだと思う自分。
そうなんだ。
なんか優しい。
あ、優しい。
いやそう優しい。そう丁寧になんかやってくれる。What the? Now we're gonna go park and we'll talk about the car, and then I think we'll go inside and play some video games.
風が強い。
強いね。
ちょっとスカートが短いからあんまりしゃがめない。
危ないですね。危ない。てかサービス。
サービス。
かっこいいですね。
アミューズでバリスのボンネットでサイドステップとあとリアウィングがとかニスも。
あとホイールめっちゃかっこいい。
LMGT4。
そう。しかもこの色で。
そう、ブロンズ。ブロンズすごく好き。
レアだね。
そう。
カリパも純正はブレンボ。
あ、ブレンボ純正ついてる。
すげえ。
So Albo also does videos with him and his wife and Kana-chan, and they pretty much talk about their experiences as he recently just purchased a home in Japan. But this is an example of a person. Here's Aoi, and she's a car enthusiast, and she loves taking her car to the circuit. That's how they met. She was she was on the toge and pretty much was shocked and pretty much interviewed her there. But speaking of Aoi,
今気づいた。靴。
see here.
なんかこういうファッションは すごいですね。
As for Aoi, she has a Japanese channel, but I actually recommend you all to check it out because you just saw her with Albo and she was discussing her car. But a lot of people don't know that she does everything herself. She works at a car garage and she even does the tires and everything. She, the rims and everything herself. And this is very incredible. So you wonder how people afford cars, and Aoi just talks about how when she finished college, she got her first job, and the first thing she did was get a car loan, and so she got her dream car. She actually got another one, a BMW. So this is it's actually an interesting story, but yes, when she talks about vehicles, and when she says, "Yeah, I put the wheels on and everything," she literally does it herself. And she posts this video of her also racing, and it's quite impressive. And she was a big fan of Initial D. Takahashi fan. But yeah, this is her video, and definitely check it out. You'll see her also, doing a lot of various races and just timing herself. That's how her YouTube channel went. She just posted YouTubes because she wanted to keep a record of how she raced, and her first car was an Integra DC5 Type S. She has since moved up and got a Nissan Fairlady Z, and I think the last video I saw of her, she was doing she was using a BMW. So that is Aoi. Okay, next one is Samit. Samit is one of the popular YouTubers. What makes him different, he's based in Australia, but he comes to Japan a lot to purchase cars. But one of the difference that you'll see with his vehicles compared to others is that he goes into the process of, when he purchases these cars, of actually redoing them. And one of the most interesting things here, let me see that video. Okay, it's this abandoned one. He pretty much purchased an abandoned Sylvia. Let's go for it. Let's see here. He found like an abandoned Sylvia that was just left in, like, I don't want to say jungle. It was more like it was just left in the middle of some field. I guess someone bought it, but it was just neglected. And pretty much he bought it for really cheap. And I think here it is, the Sylvia. Here it is. Just abandoned drift cars in Japan. And he managed to get the Sylvia and worked, fixed it, and was able to get it working again. And he does a lot of drifting as well, but let's go ahead and let's see here. Let's look at this video here.
I've kind of been looking for a new car
Not
guy,
this one here.
and I think I found him.
I always knew I'd...
Yeah, when he bought the vehicle, it was pretty much, grass was growing out of it, and but yeah, these are a lot of these abandoned drift cars. his videos are actually very, very good and very it's just very I really like it because he really goes into the details of what it takes to fix up a car. But yeah, even though he doesn't live in Japan anymore and he lives in Australia, he still tends to go back there, especially when he goes to get a lot of vehicles. And that's one of the things that you'll see consistent with a lot of the YouTube channels is a lot of them going to Japan and purchasing vehicles, and then fixing them and reselling them. And a lot of people do that, and it's just amazing. You wonder how a lot of people are able to get their to get a Skyline or to get a Sylvia. You get to learn about these Japanese car auctions that are just a great way to get deals, and of course they have to pay for the cost to to import them to the US. Just remember there is a price, and also there is a 25-year rule. So if you do get a car from Japan to import, it's going to be an older vehicle. But if you don't mind fixing it up, it's all good. The only problem is with California and of course, going to have to hope that it passes emissions tests and so forth. But yeah, it's a really cool video channel, YouTube channel to check out, and I definitely recommend it. My next favorite right here is Koda, the Yoda. Let's go to his channel real quick here. Okay, so Kota and Josh with the EOT channel, they both were living in California. Both of them moved to Japan. Josh with his family, and Kota with him and his wife, who's a model. And he has his own car garage where he fixes up cars. He actually was seen in Josh's videos, seeing him repair his vehicles in the U.S. But with both of them in Japan, Kota is pretty much, always fixing up cars, and it's really interesting to see the progression of his videos of when he first started. Because when he first started, he wasn't sure if he wanted to be a do YouTube. But once he saw with Josh doing it and others and the interest, he started doing it, and it's just it's a very fun channel. So let's go ahead and show a little bit of Koda's videos here. So let's start with this. We'll just do this one here.
People call it the biggest small town festival in Minnesota.
And this is not it. This is
the idea
commercial
of creating a community
for
store
Hershey.
table.
The Hershey company got wind of this, sent 40,000
Come
candy
on.
bars.
Made my day 100 times better. I love s'mores so much.
YouTube is really forcing these commercials on people.
Do you have
It's been a while since we've seen Linda's car. Haven't done anything to it. And what did you want to do? Huh?
And he got his wife
You're
to
eating
also
rice
drift and everything. And
We're not
he actually
changing
bought
headlight
that
today.
R34 as a surprise for her.
So she want to lower her car since the rear end is tucking and the front end is like not tucking. And she
You'll
wanna
also see
lower it a
Koda
little bit,
on
like,
Eliminate's
lip
channels
to
as
lip.
well. He's become a very
Lip to
popular
lip.
person to have around.
And I ordered a
His
front
knowledge of
upper
cars
arm
is
to get more negative
really
camber
big. So
and,
especially fixing him up.
low
Him and
profile
Salmon,
tire. This is
they're both
40
well
series on
well
a
versed
18,
in fixing
got
cars.
35 series tire. So
So you'll see him in
lower
Randy's
and stretch a
channels,
little bit
Josh's
more,
channels quite a bit.
and add more camber and lower a little bit more. And she wanna match this fitment. my shop looking very full. Who remember this? I got this Cresta back from the paint shop. Who remember this? I had for a while, and I put wide body kit, 75 mil, and put Meisters on, all that. Got it back from the paint shop looking mean. And I also got local Youngie's car broke down, and I got called, picked it up, and gonna work on it. Probably fuel pump or ordinary.
But yeah, Coda's channel is another one I love. Definitely worth checking out.
Also picked up Altezza for a customer. We're gonna keep.
Next one is not in English, but I do recommend checking it out. This one, she appeared, Sayaka, Drifting Sayaka. She appeared on Albo's channel, and she is a professional drifter. And her videos showcase her drifting and in competitive drifting. And I definitely recommend her channel. She's full of energy and fun to watch. And also, yeah, definitely one of the people I do recommend checking out. Next one is Dino DC, Dino's Carbonaire. And Dino is often traveling to events throughout Japan and pretty much showcasing the Japanese car scene, and maybe drifting or or just JDM or whatever. Let's go ahead and check out his video here. You'll know him from his beard, glasses, and his.
And today we are in Odaiba,
he's
one of the newest
always covering
in Tokyo,
Japanese events, car events,
and host today to the Moon Ice Streetcar Nationals. The whole neighborhood's literally taken over by American cars of every type, and a lot of Japanese stuff mixed with a bit of American flavor. It's Japanese car culture extravaganza, really, because it's such a mix of cultures. Only Moon Ice does it like this, and it's always so good. So we're gonna check out some action as people drive towards the car parks, and then.
But Dino is really hardcore when it comes to covering a lot of these Japanese car events.
Crazy. And then we'll make our way into the show over here, and we'll take a look at the close to 1,500 cars that are usually present at these events.
Of course, you can't talk about the JDM without Larry Chen. Larry Chen is pretty much a person well known in the racing community, and gosh, he interviews so many people and features a lot of cars on his channel. It's pretty hardcore. So he pretty much focuses on JDM culture throughout the world, pretty much, and not just Japanese cars, but he also showcases other vehicles as well. But he travels to many, he travels a lot, and yeah, if you're definitely into that, definitely check out his site. Another one that I enjoy is Masa. Masa is one of the newer ones. Known for, he is actually like an encyclopedia of knowledge. More of the quiet, well, I don't want to say quiet guys, but because he tends to cuss a lot when he speaks English, but he's pretty knowledgeable, and he pretty much is. What I like about Masa is that he's pretty much straight up, real in terms of he doesn't invest in super expensive cars. He pretty much gets what he can afford with his money and enjoy it. He enjoys car riding, and it's one of the reasons why you'll see him featured on Albo and other channels, is because yeah, he's a true car enthusiast, and he's aligned with a lot of people who kind of roots for him, because you see his progression of what the car he first started with, and now he has a rare limited edition Toyota GRMN Yaris. He's a big Yaris guy, But yeah, I definitely like his site. Here he is going to a not a
Whatever you
Nintendo event.
discover.
Let's go here.
Whatever you create.
So first time of her fill up, because the dealership didn't put a lot of fuel inside, so I have to fill it up right after I have left the dealership. Like, first fill up.
Is that an Eneos gas station?
She will eat up 40 to 45.
It's expensive. There it goes. As you guys saw, about $70 just to fill up his car. So I have to say this: for those of you who living in the U.S. or other countries, well, mainly in the U.S., when you complain about $4 or $5 gas, which is expensive, because growing up in U.S., yeah, I could remember when it was $2 or so. Now it's like close to $5, but just remember that your gas is not as expensive as other gas in other countries, because as you can see here, just for fill up for him, it cost just for his Yaris just cost almost $70. So, but for the most part, yeah, Masa Love Cars is a very cool channel, and gives us a perspective of a Japanese guy, speaks perfect English, pretty much enjoying the car scene, the car culture, and definitely recommend his channel. Okay, there's going to be a lot of channels that there's just too many to mention, but I do want to just give a shout out to Dustin Williams. Also check out his site. You'll also see him on various YouTube channels. You'll see Masa on there. You'll see I think Albo on there, and yeah, pretty much check out his site. He definitely shows his passion of Japanese cars. I also want to give a shout out to the Best Motoring Official. A lot of their videos aren't a paywall, but if you want to watch racing, especially for the Drift King, Keiichi Tsuchiya, you can check out this site as well for Best Motoring. Highly recommend it. I also recommend Max Orito's official channel. Max has his own store, legendary racer, and also people who want to know his daughter, who also is a racer. So you can check out her YouTube videos and the 559 business. So, and her GR86. So Maya Orito and Max Orito, you'll see them online, but a lot of Maya stuff you can find on Max Orito's channel. So I'm going to put a link to all this right here. And now this leads me to the last person I want to talk to. Again, there's so many YouTube channels, but I just wanted to go to the ones that I tend to focus on the most. And the reason why I'm bringing Jitsu Motors is not mainly for his YouTube channel, but mainly for his service. Jitsu Motors is someone who does car sales and exporting from Japan. So if you have the money and you want a car to be purchased in Japan at an auction and you have a certain limit, he will purchase the car. Once he gets the money, he will pretty much get that car for you. And pretty much if you need it stored or if you need it sent, he will take care of that as well. So that's his business, Jitsu Motors. And here's his channel right here. Does car sales and exporting from Japan, and pretty much he has everything is on his website. You will see him on many of the channels for the YouTubers I mentioned. You'll see featured, and he also gives good tips. Some of the content is from 2022, but it's still pretty much it's still pretty much it'll still work in 2023, especially his feelings about importing a car, especially if you're looking for a Skyline. and so forth. So definitely check out Jitsu Motors, check out his website, do your research. There's other people who do the service as well, but Jeff is someone that is well known in the community, and you can see some of the cars that were purchased and on his Instagram. So that pretty much does it. Yes, this was a long episode, but I pretty much wanted to share because a lot of people are into JDM or they collect the die-cast metal cars. But you know what? Sometimes that leads to purchasing the actual cars, and you may say, "Well, I don't have it. I don't have like 50 grand or 40 grand, and I can't afford that." But just remember that a lot of these people who purchase from the auctions, and you'll see videos, the videos I just mentioned, they have auction videos, and you could see how they were able to buy these cars super cheap. I mean, super cheap. Some of them may need some repairs. Some of them may not have, may not have an engine, or they may have some structural damage or certain damage, which it is always noted on the auction site. But the thing is that if you're a person who likes to repair cars or you want something new, definitely check out these videos because you can see their experience at a Japanese auction. But again, Jitsu Motors, it really does help out when it comes to searching for those cars that you want to, fix up for yourself and resell. It's become a pretty solid business of these a lot of these YouTubers who purchase these cars and resells them. You'll see Josh do it. You'll see Kota do it. Even Eliminate, they do it as well. So, and it's pretty interesting of how awesome they make these cars look. Some of them that really look junky, but once they get a new paint or new body kit, really changes the whole thing completely. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because a lot of people are into JDM, especially for the Tomica or the Hot Wheels or the Matchbox stuff or other makers of die-cast metal. And a lot of people say, well, I get this vehicle because I can't afford the real thing. Well, you look at these people right here. They're not necessarily super rich or anything, but they're able to get these cars at a good price, and pretty much if they need to turn it around and resell it and get money for it, they can. Okay, so those are the YouTubers that I tend to watch a lot on YouTube when it comes to JDM cars, Japanese cars, and it's always amazing to me, especially life in Japan and just seeing how people get hooked on once they go there. They just want to live there, as we see with Josh and we see with Albo, and I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing Randy go to Japan even more as he's loving the place and also bringing his friends to the area. But before we go, I just want to give a shout out to this certain Tomica right here. So this is the Amagasaki route bus that will be released to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the operation. Only 6,000 pieces of this Tomica limited edition bus will be released. So the model is the Isuzu Motors Urga, which currently operates 3 vehicles on 4 routes, has a rainbow design, and it's often called the Rainbow Bus. But yeah, there's only 6,000 of it being made, and it's modeled after the Mitsubishi Fuso's Aerostar released by the Itami City Transportation Bureau back in March, which sold out in about 3.5 hours. So because only so little are made, you have to really take advantage of it, because I think it's on June 11th. Well, general sales will start at 10 a.m. on the 11th. So definitely take advantage of it. I'm trying to say the price. It will be 1,200 yen. Not too bad. And so let's see here. 10 a.m. It went on sale on June 3rd. 2,000 pieces were pre-sold at the Amagasaki Tourist Information Center in Central Park of Hanshin Amagasaki Station. But the general sales will start on the 11th next week at 10 a.m. So this will be at the Kobe City Transportation Bureau, Seijin Garage in Nishi Ward, Kobe City. Pre-registration is going to be at www.surutto.com/bus. Again, it's 1,200 yen. taxes included. So take advantage of it if you can, if you live in the area. And yeah, if it's limited to 6,000, that's awesome. Okay, everyone, you all have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.